Hey beautiful people, welcome to the ultimate YouTube channel. It's your favorite Cuban German. We are going all around the world to explore music, cultures, psychology, philosophy, and more. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Today we're headed to England to check out an artist named Lucy Thomas, who was signed to a recording contract at age 14. She has over 1.2 million subscribers, over 80 music videos with hundreds of millions of views, and at age 16, she covered the iconic Hallelujah, which critics and reviewers have considered the best and most beautiful ever recorded. And now, after 5 years, it has over 1.5 billion views on all music platforms. Today's shout out goes to Richard. Thank you for your support on my Buy Me a Coffee page. I'm excited to listen to this with you guys. Who is Lucy Thomas and what is she going to do with the song Hallelujah? We know of this song that has been covered by so many people. We have listened to the Pentatonics rendition where beautiful a cappella harmonies come into play. I have reviewed the Jeff Buckley rendition here on YouTube, which I was blown away by. The rawness, the emotion, the authenticity blew me away. I don't know who Lucy Thomas is, so let's find out what she does with this song. Does she do it justice? It's a very unique song. It's a very special song. So let's listen to this together. Make sure to subscribe. Thank you for your support, Richard. Are you guys ready? Here we go.
I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, and the major lift. The baffled king composing hallelujah.
Ooh.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
I'll pause here real quick. Copyright reasons, you came for a breakdown. The thing that I noticed from the start is the beautiful balance between the airiness, the breathiness in her voice, as well as that gorgeous vibrato. A lot of vocal control. I'm curious to see where she takes this. I think many of us often when listening to this song are looking for that climb. Give me the crescendo. Where are you going to take this? How are you going to make this different than any other rendition we've heard? Because when it comes to covers and a song that has been covered and played over and over and over again, I think there's this tension, if you will, at least for me, for it to be special. Make this your own. Make this worth listening to. I've heard the song. We've analyzed the lyrics. We've talked about this more than once, even on this channel alone, but we've talked about the spirituality and the double entendres and what this song may mean. It's caused intrigue. It has caused strong emotion and confusion for many people because of that dichotomy of very, very religious and yet somehow also sexual lyrics. And that alone creates a tension, lyrically speaking. Then you have a composition that takes us from soft notes and a very, what is the word? Recognizable, memorable chord progression and melody that gets stuck in our head. The second that plays, we go, oh, yeah, I know what that is, right? It's some timeless, very catchy, brilliant songwriting from a compositional and from a lyrical standpoint gets stuck in your head. Everyone and their mom wants to try to sing it. For some reason, that chord progression, that melody is timeless and it gets stuck and it is impactful. So when it comes to a cover, I think it is very human, psychologically speaking, for us to look for something new. On one hand, we want the familiar, do justice to the original, but at the same time, many of us are looking for something beyond what we've already heard. And there is a pressure, I think, also on the artist to prove themselves. If you can do this song well, you can sing. Does that make sense? So let's see where she takes this. So far, I'm loving the airiness and that beautiful blend between the vibrato and the airiness, the softness that she's coming in here. A lot of elegance, very different feel than Jeff Buckley's version. And obviously very different than Pentatonics because we're not talking harmonies and a vocal arrangement of sorts. Her eyes are gorgeous.
Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya.
Okay, we're getting soulful here with a little run.
Tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. Hallelujah.
There's a good build up here. Leveling up on the soul. Still soft, sweet, controlled. I like how she goes high at the end.
Maybe there's a God above, but all I ever learned from love was how to shoot somebody who I drew ya.
The modulation is smart. I think that going up a level creates an added element of crescendo so that it's not just all on her belting now, her throwing in a bunch of runs or screaming, whatnot, whatever we're still aiming for here. That modulation, just that pitch shift alone, where the whole composition goes up a notch, is helpful. I love how she's bringing in the soul. I love how that airiness and the timbre of her voice, that unique timbre, the breathiness, the vibrato is still woven throughout, but she's getting a little more feisty and passionate with it. A great way to build up. A lot of vocal control. Beautiful voice. Side note, it's so exciting. You have a young lady like this, and I think of Rosalie. Come on, Angelina Jordan. My brain. It's exciting. It's beautiful to me when you see all these young ladies starting so young, who are just blowing the world away with their talent. It makes me think of Angelina Jordan, who has a very different timbre to her voice and style. Here, Lucy Thomas. It's beautiful, wonderful just to see how every artist brings their own unique feel, their own unique sound, their own unique arts to the table. And it's not about comparing or who does what better. It's a different way. It's a new way. It's her art. It's her voice. She is a standalone artist in her own right. And this is her way of putting this song into words and into music.
And it's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not someone who's seen light. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah.
Okay.
Hallelujah.
Soft yodel. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. She got gospel and soulful there. I love that. The background choir really added that element. Beautiful rendition. Her eyes are gorgeous. What a gorgeous woman. A lot of vocal control here. And I really love that she went soulful here, that she brought in some of those runs without overdoing that. I also love how the choir came in, which added to it feeling more gospel-y and soulful. And how she built that crescendo with some ad-libbing, some runs, to then bring it down beautifully and softly, back to the softer notes, back to the airiness of beautiful full circle. The song is legendary, and as I said before, it's not just that this is a timeless chord progression and a memorable melody that gets stuck in our head we all want to try to sing to. It's because it's such a song that, to me, without going into a deep analysis about the lyrics, I've done that in other videos, so go check those out. But I think there's a dichotomy in this song in particular, where you have this ride melodically, and then in the chorus, which mirrors, or not even necessarily mirrors, but complements the chorus, and which complements the hook. Hallelujah. right? There's such a unique, intriguing melody that we both find in the verses, complementing the chorus, that hook that gets everyone wanting to sing along, almost everyone, many people, if you will. Hence why I think it's a song that has been covered so widely. And there's that dichotomy within the composition, this ride we are taken on. And then also the lyrics, as I mentioned in the beginning, a almost paradox, if you will, that we humans consider a paradox when we look at religion and at scriptures and at references to the Bible, Samson and Delilah, David and Bathsheba, and yet a conversation about relationships and sensuality and sexuality and faith and love. It's very interesting. It sounds like a religious song, the word hallelujah being a religious one, but also then contrasting that with betrayal, right? She tied you to the kitchen chair. She broke you. She destroyed you. A betrayal from a woman towards a man, Delilah and Samson, a betrayal of a man towards a woman and his wife, David and Bathsheba, which is a reference when they're singing, the song sings about seeing her bathing on the house, the top of the house. That is a reference to David and that dilemma with Bathsheba. You have these references to Bible stories though that speak of love, lust, and tragedy. It's not a happy victory, spiritual head in the clouds type of reference. These are references to real people messing up, doing bad stuff, or being seduced in a way, or experiencing heartbreak or betrayal or a loss of something because of a relationship. And so this song builds this, not confusing per se, but this tension of the spiritual and the physical, of love versus lust, of a relationship versus betrayal, of faith and religion versus doubt and heartbreak. And it's a very relatable song, not only for those of us who've experienced heartbreak or who are grown up enough to have known sensuality and sexuality, but even just that tension between faith and doubt and having questions and wanting proof. Very interesting, this constant dichotomy that's being created in the lyrics and in the composition. And I think she did that very well because she brought in that beautiful feminine, but she created contrast between the breathiness, the soft, and the ad-libbing and that soulful run and the belting and the strength she went into without overdoing it, without bringing in a bunch of grit or vocal fry or making this some intense version. It was still very beautiful, that red thread of the hallelujah throughout. A beautiful rendition. Go check out Lucy Thomas music on YouTube. Go check her out on social media. Thank you for this suggestion, Richard, and for bringing something new to the table that I had not yet listened to. What do you guys think about this one? Talk to me in the comments. Subscribe, like, comment, share. You know the drill. I'll see you on the next ride. Ayo!